All right, guys, just a little info about nutrition. I'm sure those of you that have been coaching in the nutrition space for 10 plus years roll your eyes a little bit when someone asks for advice and they say, you know, I think I eat really well. And I sort of stop the conversation there and I go, I really respect that what you're telling me is the truth, but rather than talk about it, I'd love to see you track for a week so that we're on the same page. So as an example of someone who told me, I think I eat pretty well, I was like, perfect, let's check it out. I think I eat pretty well actually meant meal number 1 of the whole day. One meal, orange juice, no pulp with calcium and vitamin D. The whole day of food. Let's pull up another one, just so we're not biased towards one day. This was another day. Meal number 1, poke bowl. I don't even know what a poke bowl is or what's in it. But that was it for the entire day. Under 15 grams of protein per day for most of the week. Okay? So we have, right out of the gates here, we have amino acid deficiencies, for sure, which is a huge problem for how the immune system works, not to mention muscle protein synthesis. We can't have that without protein intake, let alone someone who's coming in to train. They're not going to recover from anything. We also then would have essential fatty acid deficiencies. Look, our buddy Otto. Sorry to be distracting. Otto! So then we have essential fatty acid deficiencies, which we all know these are the long-chain fatty acids, the omega-3s primarily. So there's no fish oil, there's no salmon, there's no seafood, really not even any good quality animal protein, no greens, no flax, none of the above. So right out of the gate, we've got someone who's chronically deficient in 2 of the most important macros, and they're coming in to train thinking that they're eating fairly well. If you think you eat well, my advice is to track what you actually eat for a week and get a sense as to, are you coming anywhere near to about 1.5 grams per kilogram of protein? Most people aren't, just FYI. I can't think of 5 people in the last year that I've started coaching that were hitting this target, especially women. Women typically fall short. The other guideline that's super important is just make sure that the fats that you're getting in your diet, they're often referred to as high performance fats. So your omega-3s, olive oil, nuts and seeds. And then one of the final things to think about is some sort of nutrient timing. So carbs are a fairly controversial macro. They don't need to be. Carb intake is very important for various reasons, but one of the things you can start to do if you're new to strength training is time your carbohydrates around that training window. So say that your macro target for carbs is 200 grams a day. You might decide that you're going to get 100 of that in the couple of hours before you train, and you're going to get the remaining 100 after you train. It's just, that's a little bit more of an advanced strategy. You want to make sure first that you're hitting your protein targets, you're hitting your fat targets, and you're getting your basics covered like meal frequency, water intake, and then as you get a little bit more advanced, you can start to play around with nutrient timing. But if you think you eat well, but your body composition isn't reflective of that, and you're having trouble with your strength training or you're having trouble with energy levels, please get in touch with me, start tracking for a good week. You'll see the patterns, let me see the patterns, and then I go after fixing one little thing at a time and teaching you why we're doing that.